bit of context would be just we're seeing, especially in the recent months, a decline in VC while also seeing limited progress, on SDG goals and climate mitigation, adaptation, resilience objectives. And that's really just leaving this gap in purpose-suited capital for impact-creating startups, which is particularly challenging for early stage or pre-seed, seed companies who need growth capital but don't necessarily have the cash flow to service debt or have a clear exit path for equity, but are highly impactful businesses. And so I think that the thinking that we've been doing at VilCap is a shift kind of on two fronts. The first is on how capital is deployed, and the second around how entrepreneurs are supported. And so to the first point around how capital is deployed, just this need to consider not just what we're investing in, but also how. So the structures that are being used, whether that's equity or redeemable equity or revenue-based financing or supply chain financing, but also mentioning that innovation isn't limited to just how you structure the investment, but also to how you adjust the terms of the investment. And we can share an example of that later, but you can adjust the terms itself, even in the traditional equity deal, to be more purpose. Or in a debt agreement, you can adjust it in a way that the financial or the currency exchange risk is shared between the investor and the entrepreneur, for example. And then there could also be new fund models, partnerships, or just more innovative ways of deploying capital in a more inclusive and catalytic way. And so for that to happen, for that to be this change in how capital is deployed, I think we need to, one, continue increasing awareness regarding the need for more alternative or innovative options beyond traditional VC, which I think the role of media plays a huge piece in that. Second is more capital providers and donors that are willing to experiment with new alternatives. I'm a huge fan of what the Kauffman Foundation's Kauffman Capital Access Lab did in bringing this forward. And then the third, also just expanding the evidence base to increase familiarity just within the ecosystem among entrepreneurs, lawyers, investors, service providers around, what has been done, where has it worked well, how can we replicate it? So helping facilitate standardization and just developing more integrated capital models that can streamline the administrative side and just also facilitate adoption. And then regarding on the second piece of it all and how entrepreneurs are supported, I think understandably a lot of our programs are focused primarily on how to raise venture capital and how to build a business in a VC attractive way. But I think there's also an opportunity to challenge the status quo and bring the innovations that we're seeing in the capital deployment field into how we're supporting entrepreneurs. And so I guess all in all, I'd say that there isn't a single right answer or pathway, and there likely won't be in how we should best fund entrepreneurs, but rather the need for this system that's flexible, that has a lot more optionality built into it, and that's just continually exploring, testing, and innovating in how we fund and how we support impact entrepreneurs.